This message is coming to you from the Cameroon Journal, being our editorial titled Revocation of Honorable Wirbah's Immunity, an unacceptable precedent that all parliamentarians must resist. In a matter of days or weeks to come, it appears that Honorable Joseph Wirbah, our parliamentarian from Jakiri, like consortium leaders Agbobala in Fontainebleau, may be under arrest. We have gathered reliably that parliamentary leadership plans on calling a special session during which they hope to revoke his immunity from arrest, including that of Honorable Martin Oyono of the ruling CPDM. Right now, the relevance of Honorable Wirbah to the Anglophone struggle cannot be overemphasized. He remained the pillar, the rallying point and symbol of hope behind the Southern Cameroon struggle at the home front. He has expressed defiance against fears of such arrest and has insisted that he is neither going to run, nor go hiding, or take refuge in some foreign embassy. He has insisted that his scheduled resistance rallies in Kumba, Boya, Bamenda, and the rest of the Southern Cameroons will take place as planned, whether the regime likes it or not. Now, this is the problem. What if the regime preempts the events by arresting him before they take place? Or better still, what if they kill him before the scheduled rallies? These two scenarios have probabilities that they could happen. Consider the lesser one, the possibility of his arrest. Of course, that is the sole purpose behind Parliament calling for an extraordinary session. They have resolved on stripping him of his immunity so they can then proceed to arrest him. Just the thought of this ought to be raising eyebrows, sending a very dangerous signal to all the parliamentarians irrespective of their party affiliation because of the precedents it is going to set. Our parliamentarians should not be fooled and cajoled into falling into this trap, because when they do it for Wirbah, when they strip him of his immunity, they should not think that it won't eventually apply to any of them. If you think that this is an overstatement, consider the fate of former Prime Minister Ephraim Enoni, Marafa, Ifoso, Mebara, Mendoze, Herman Adama, Oban Olangwena, Awono, Abba, Matthew Fonjindam, and the list gets even longer. These men, like the parliamentarians, were once in authority where they signed orders upon orders, chaining the hands of average Cameroonians. Consider the case of Marafa. He is grumbling and complaining of the prison condition in which they put him. He had only too soon forgotten that as Minister of Territorial Administration, reforms in that department were under his domain. When he neglected prison reforms, you'd think he was thinking that one day he may find himself there. All these men did everything to please Paul Biya, thinking he had their bags. But the same Paul Biya whom they thought had their bags sent them to prisons. Early last year, the Cameroon Journal had opportunity to interview former Prime Minister Ephraim Enoni in his Condé prison cell. It was such a pathetic scene to watch. The former Prime Minister was sitting behind a small round white plastic table, the kind used for food at parties. We asked him how you felt sitting behind that table, vis-a-vis the one he sat behind while he served as Prime Minister. He answered in 3 words, in quote, "It is humbling," end of quote. We at the Cameroon Journal want to appeal to every parliamentarian in Cameroon, most especially Anglophone parliamentarians, to resist all attempts by the Paul Biya's regime to have one of their own, Honorable Wirbah, punished by the revocation of his immunity. This has never happened anywhere. We want our parliamentarians to know that if Biya uses it on Honorable Wirbah, he can as well turn around and use it on any of them. Our parliamentarians should not think that this is only about Honorable Wirbah and Martin Oyono. If anything, they should learn from the above examples of the fate of those men who ran the system with Biya, who now languish in jails, put there by the very Biya. A terrible precedent is about to be set here, and conscientious parliamentarians must resist it. However, should some overzealous parliamentarians go ahead to follow through the revocation of Honorable Wirbah's immunity, we are asking that the rest stage a withdrawal from Parliament for good until such a time that the decision is reversed. We cannot continue to tolerate a situation where the laws are only as good as far as they serve the crooked schemes of President Paul Biya. All parliamentarians must show solidarity with persecuted Honorable Wirbah. If you truly love Cameroon and a state of law and the people that elected you, stay in solidarity with Honorable Wirbah. For the Social Democratic Front SDF, to which Wirbah is representative, we have learned at the Cameroon Journal how those who call the shots are rising against Wirbah for the mere fact that he is taking the spotlight from them. We are watching very keenly to see what the SDF does should Wirbah's immunity be revoked. It is going to be a test of resolve for the party. We hope that the SDF parliamentarians are prepared to lead the way of withdrawal from Parliament. You can read this editorial once more at CameroonJournal.com. Again, CameroonJournal.com. Thank you for listening.